traveler. Paimon, it's been a long time.
Oh, hey, fancy meeting you here.
Thanks to the help of people like you and but I've been feeling distracted. My father.
Huh? What's...
Nothing. He's not unwell. He says he's just increasingly low. He's always said, old age comes for us all in the end. Still, I just can't help. Anyway, my father's currently on this. He seems very fond of you too. I'm sure chatting with you will make him very happy.
Sure, let's go. Uncle Tien, we're here to chat with you.
Oh? What a lovely surprise. Welcome. Oishi, why don't you go downstairs and get the shop... I heard that you've been traveling all over the place recently. I would very much... Oishi told you, didn't she? Don't worry, I'm quite all right. It's just, as I grow older, I'm starting to find that with many things, I am still very...
How difficult is it to transfer the...
Oh, well, historically speaking, we also want to keep any prospective Tianshu. For these reasons, the incumbent Tianshu...
So in other words, you pick someone, and then Lady
Correct. Not to despair, however, because I found someone exceptionally capable to act on my behalf as assessment officer. In fact, I believe you recently became acquainted with her.
Oh? Who is it?
I'm heartbroken. I thought it might take you a little longer than this to forget all about me.
It's Yelan!
Jackpot. Uncle Tien here asked me to assess 3 candidates for him. Fancy joining me? You'll be among the first to get to know the next Tianshu.
What do you think? Paimon thinks so too. It can't be a bad thing to be on good terms with a new...
Alright then. Though, I gotta say, Uncle Tien, you say you're into behind-the-scenes...
Huh? Yelan, you want to be the next Tianshu?
I'm not opposed to the idea. So, how about this? If you're investigating...
Deal. Well, you guys take your time. Meet me on the first floor when you're ready. Oh, and no need to pay for your tea. As the new owner of this fine establishment, this runs on the house. You're all set?
Uncle Tien seems really worn down.
Yeah, it may sound harsh, but So he's recommended 3 candidates. Their names are... Chinwei is a wealthy entrepreneur. Try to keep all that in mind.
Tianwei? Mingbo?
Let's leave that until we get to... Alright. Heads in the game, people. The stakes don't get much higher than a change...
Got it. We'll keep our eyes wide open.
My legs are getting sore. What is wrong with this assessment officer? This is a huge occasion and I don't even get a chair. I've dealt with all kinds of people in my time, but never have I been made to stand while I'm waiting.
Oh, I mean...
That's called being complacent. If you're happy to just accept the way things are, you'll never be able to change anything in the future.
Oh, come on. That's just... Now...
All right, you two. Let Qianwei, that was a bit uncalled for. Look, how about this? There's no rule saying we're...
Fine. Ugh.
It looks like all 3 candidates have arrived. We'll meet them formally soon. I've split it into 2 stages. Current affairs. In the first stage, candidates are required to submit a manifesto for Liyue's development. In this, writing a manifesto takes time, so I informed them of this requirement in advance. These are the reports they submit.
Wow, one of them is really thick.
It's also worth mentioning a stipulation. Failing the occurrence of some there's still some time. Have a skim through. I'll be waiting off to the side. Just let me know when you're done.
May knowledge guide you.
Finished, huh? What did you...
Everyone took it very seriously.
Of course they did. They have the chance to be picked. And keep in mind, whoever gets in has to execute... That's for me to know and you to find out. We can talk more. We'll see the candidates now. Let's...
Yes, ma'am.
Oh? So you two are the assessment officers, are? I had assumed that given the great import of this situation, Lady Ningguang would perhaps... I trust you've read through my manifesto?
Mind your tone, mister.
Relax. It wasn't intended as a personal slight against anyone in particular. Cloud Retainer? You know this Adeptus? With your sterling reputation, you must have a respectable level of erudition. Perhaps...
Oh, is it my turn?
Yes. Please, introduce yourself.
I've worked there for, 9 years, 5 months, and 3... I have 12 active cases at the moment. My current work is related to urban planning, and I'm also...
Is it just Paimon, or...
You know what? Let's leave the self-introduction there.
Oh, okay.
Hello? What would you like to know?
Your manifesto is very wide in its scope, but you don't seem to be personally involved in many of the specific fields. How...
Very fair question. But I'm confident in my plan. I've visited many different places. Of course, 2 different problems can be interconnected.
How do you plan to determine whether you are right or wrong about your proposed solution being the optimal one?
A great question. Well, I'd start by having my colleagues and the secretaries of the Yuehai Pavilion evaluate any proposals before implementation. Post-implementation, it would all come down to the results. If it turned out that my judgment was to blame...
Nice answer.
He seems like a great guy. Everything he said was thoughtful and...
Here's my take on what we just learned. As you saw, Qianwei is highly knowledgeable. He proposes many excellent ideas in his manifesto which effectively target but he is very proud and incredibly stubborn. He doesn't care much about... Mingguo's plan is more thorough and more measured, but he and Qianwei are otherwise polar opposites. Mingguo's not...
Perfect summary!
Last but not least, Yi. The depth he goes into in each and every area means it can only be a product of painstaking work. But what really interests me is that many of...
Great!
We'll see.
I see.
All right, then let me ask this. The ideas in Jur-E's manifesto are very similar to...
Oh, I didn't want to say anything with those three candidates. But Chen Wei went on to focus on his business.
Whoa! So how did you get to know?
Chen Wei was referred to me by an old friend. Ming Wo came to my... We first met while fishing. Gradually, as we got to know each other, we started discussing all sorts. Juri came from a poor family, and his parents died when he was very young. But he was a gifted student and a fast learner. He reminded me of a younger version of myself, so I started out giving him a few words of advice when we quite. And now, all of a sudden, the young are growing up, and I am growing old.
I don't know, Uncle Tian. You still seem in pretty good shape to me. You might have an...
Oh, you. There's really no need to console me.
Sounds like you sure love fish.
Ooh, there's nothing quite like fishing to...
Fresh fish soup.
Doesn't it? When we've been fishing recently, that flavor makes for a fond memory.
Ooh, can Paimon come next time too?
Let's get back to the matter at hand. Uncle Tian.
Mm-hmm. I appointed you. Had you not asked me why Juri's idea, this decision must be guided by what is fair. Remember, you must...
Understood. Come on, let's go talk somewhere else.
Bye-bye, Uncle Tian. Look after yourself. So, it's gonna be Juri. His manifesto was written with...
Easy. Let's not rush.
Huh? So...
No, nothing like that. The assessment itself is the biggest no-no in intelligence work is to only get information from the... For example... Wenyuan, Shanghua.
Yes?
Lady Yelan, what are your orders?
Ugh! Who are they? What?
Did they scare you? These two are Wenyuan and Shanghua. They work for me. As my trusted assistants, they are always standing guard nearby. They also perform... Shanghua is a business expert who gets his information by trading. Wenyuan relies on word of mouth.
That meathead must have been out there on sea surveillance for some...
Nothing can take that guy down.
Shanghua, visit all the commerce guilds and look into Qian Wei's background.
Yes, ma'am.
So what about Juri?
Jur-E. Well, obviously, as the most promising... Let's go to the docks first. Lots of people...
If we're looking for information, he does business at the North...
That's...
Huh? What will I doing here today?
Look, your asking price for this batch is just too... Come on, hear me out. I'm telling you, I accidentally dropped one into a well, and even the water turned sweet. Even so... All right. I'll let you in on a little secret. The boss of Second Life also wants to buy from me, but I haven't responded yet. If you won't take him, I'll just have to partner with them instead.
Okay, well, when you put it that... Oh, what are you doing here? And to be clear, these Sunsettias are mine. I got to them first. Don't get...
Actually, we want to ask you about a guy called Juri. Have you heard of him before?
Juri? Yes, I've heard a story about him. They say he was born in... One of his neighbors was terribly rude to him. He returned cruelty with kindness.
He sounds like a decent...
Why are you asking about him anyway? Well then, in that case, the higher bidder takes...
Where?
It's him, all right. Looks like he's chatting with Lin Long. Come on, try not to let him see you.
I'll just go and an employment contract. And hey, don't try and cut me out of this. Hey!
understand. Let's walk and talk. So, you were looking to buy a wineware set? Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well?
The truth is, an old friend of mine who likes to...
What's the hurry? Don't get too close, or he'll see you. Try not to let him see you.
I understand. Let's walk and talk. So, you were looking to buy a wineware set? Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well?
The truth is, an old friend of mine who likes to have a drink now and then. He fancies himself as a man of culture, but doesn't care for needless extravagance. So I thought I might buy him a set of high-quality fakes.
How very thoughtful of you. Leave it to me, then. Come and collect it at Shigu Antiques whenever is convenient.
Thank you very much, Miss Linlong.
It's my pleasure, Mr. Juri. These days, it's quite rare for someone of your standing to still keep up with their old friends. It's nice to see. I'll be sure to pick out a good set for you. You can count on me.
Juri seems to get along really well with everyone. Are you satisfied now, Yelan? Seems like
We shouldn't jump to conclusions just yet.
Wait,
Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But hey, if I do become Tianshu, I'll look out for you guys. You'll be able to try all the finest food for free.
we will? Well, come on! Off to the South Wharf
The wharf is as busy as ever. I hear the anglers here sometimes sell their fish to the nearby fishmongers. Let's see what Uncle Soon has to say.
Welcome. What would you like to buy today?
Sorry to interrupt. We're actually members of the, Liyue Anglers Association. We've heard about this young man called Juri, who's supposed to be a fantastic...
Whoa! Yelan made up a whole fake identity.
Ah, yes, Juri. He's been making quite a name for himself recently. I've got some friends who travel all... Apparently, he had a rather tough time growing up. Had to work several jobs alongside his study. How does that saying go? What doesn't kill you makes you strong.
Yeah, we think so too.
But I'm afraid your Anglers Association might be in for...
Oh? Why's that?
He's good at a lot of things, but fishing isn't one of them. His catches are always mediocre. Not terrible, but...
That sounds fantastic.
Sure thing. See you.
Everywhere they go, they meet someone who's heard of him. Come on, let's keep asking around.
Here to buy some fish? It's 300 for one or 3 for 1,000. You better hurry when they're gone.
Hello, we're from the Society for...
Wow, she switched.
Society for Fish Price Research? I haven't done anything illegal.
Please, don't worry. We're just here to conduct a simple survey. We've heard about a certain Zhi who's been selling fresh fish at low prices in this area recently.
So this isn't about me. I haven't heard anything about him selling fresh fish at low prices, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was.
Oh? Why is that?
Because he's so poor. His parents died when he was very young, and his alcoholic father still owed a huge amount of debt. He was still a kid when he first came to the wharf. His clothes, and he managed to survive, thanks to Uncle Tien, who gave him... I mean, he can afford to eat and everything, but you'll often see him haggling with others over just a few mora. So, I wouldn't be surprised to find out it's not like he catches much anyway, so...
You'd rather he didn't know?
Well, I spoke to him once, brief. I think he has pretty low self-esteem, but nobody's perfect. I just wouldn't...
I see. Well...
Not a problem. And just...
The more times you say it, the less can...
Doesn't have a lot...
Hey, it's you guys! Wait, what's the phrase? Oh yeah, what brings you to me?
The truth is, we are but newcomers to this territory. We heard tell of a great...
Really? People said I know
But of course, we also heard that
Great! So what do you wish...
Now she's lying to a kid.
So, Master Dugu...
Sure have! You mean that guy that all the... I've heard many tales of Zhi. Probably because it's nothing that important. I prefer...
Oh, I can completely understand that. Then let me ask you this. Do you remember roughly when the...
Oh yeah, I know that! It was before that, people always used to talk about Zhi in a... Sometimes he gives me candies, so I'm...
Just as I thought.
Huh? What do you...
I mean... Just as I thought, Master
I'm not that great. Oh yeah, one other thing. These days, there's a lot of people I've never seen.
Oh, definitely.
Great! So next time I see them, I'll say hi.
Certainly. You can also...
Thank you, ma'am!
You're welcome. Well then, fare thee well.
Until we meet again.
Any of that sounds strange to you?
Strange? Well, Zhi seems to have a great reputation. Uncle Soon and...
True. But the issue is...
Sudden?
So he returns cruelty with kindness, and had to work to support his studies. These are the kinds of things that... Do you remember what Dugu Shuo said about Zhi's stories? Plus, there's the fact that all this his childhood, his studies, the thing with his neighbor... None of these are...
When you put it like that...
Of course, if that's all there was to it, Zhi was born into a poor family. The problem is... Do you remember what Uncle Gao said about him? Right. And that changes everything. That's the worst case scenario. But all too...
Someone's trying to gain influence over... Even if we ask Zhi about it...
First, we need to find out who's supporting him. Remember the current affairs and planning stage of the... Whoever is secretly helping Zhi. Come on, let's get back to Yenshang Tea. Zhi's manifesto covers a huge range of topics. Looking for detail? I'll divide the reports into 2 piles. You take one. Officially, the assessment is already over, and I'll be expected to announce...
Yikes! We better hurry!
Whatever else Uncle Tien might think of, any evidence he's left is not...
Even though Yelan took half, well, we gotta... this reading is getting... let's take a break.
Looks like I'm the first one back, as usual.
Oh, hey! It's one of Yelan's little helpers! Shung! If you're back, that means...
You betcha. I visited all the commerce guilds and gathered a wealth of information.
Don't drag this out. Just...
Yes, Lady Yelan. To summarize my findings, most people who've had interactions with the young master of the Feiyun Commerce Guild said that once he signs a contract with somebody, he treats them...
Who'd have thought?
Is it possible that his reputation is fake?
In theory, that should be very difficult. But here's the thing. Where he buys from and sells to should be confidential. Genwei often sees business opportunities that others don't. But it's like he wants people to know that they still can't beat him.
What a strange guy.
To validate his theories.
I'm back! Huh?
Why do you think? Obviously, because I possess...
You... Ugh, whatever. I'm not getting into an argument, Lady Yelan.
Well?
The Ministry of Civil Affairs says, but after a few days of getting to...
In your opinion, was the ministry...
I don't believe so. Mingbo, according to Miss Yu, the ministry... Oh, and also, there was once someone in the ministry who was lying...
Whoa. That's...
Like I said before. Thank you both. You're free to go now. So, have you finished...
We still...
I can't see any The only one that strikes me as a little unusual. Jiangshu Pool has always been home to many... At some point, a rumor a long time ago, with the...
So, did they...
None. The ruin was... The technology wasn't mature enough. Zhi-Yi's manifesto focuses... Still, this one...
Excavation? Project? Oh, yeah! Zhi-Yi said the...
Did he now? Well...
Does that mean the Black Cliff...
No, not likely. They do possess some special... Still, since the clues are...
Shenwei and Ningbo both turned out to be complete... What about Zhi-Yi? Is there another side to him too?
This is the Black Cliff Forge. Let's look around for clues.
What's this? A diary?
From the back, it looks like a ledger. But it seems they also use it as a site log. We don't know who wrote it, but it's interesting.
You think they're suspicious?
Yes. Look, it says right there. One of them's... At this rate, by the time the that'll give them the chance to take a lot of liberties. Imagine if we didn't suspect anything. By the time... No red flags if all they did was change some key staff. And even if... That's the advantage of planning this far.
When you put it like that, it all... So... Who's...
That's a question for the newcomers. But let's...
Excuse us.
I gotta say, these newcomers are in tip-top shape. Fast learners, too. My only complaint is that they're always... I guess they just need some time to adjust.
They go out drinking.
You got that right. It rained after work today, so they actually stuck around at the site for a while. Hey, you're only young once, right?
Interesting. Let's go talk... Looks like our hunch was on the moor drinking in Liyue Harbor, huh? Good thing it rained today. It means they'll leave footprints. I doubt...
They went that way! Hurry, we gotta catch up! These footprints are heading towards Liyue Harbor. Maybe we were wrong about them.
Just as I thought. They didn't go to Liyue Harbor. They went that way. The footprints stop here, but, judging from the direction...
Boba, get them!
Looks like we were too late. This has gotta be where the newcomers rendezvous with who. Look at these ashes. Someone was burning documents not long before.
Could there be anything left? Maybe the wind could have blown the fire out before everything...
The odds of that are very slim. It's practically impossible.
Why don't we wait for them back at the black...
We can't count on that. To me, that says that whoever's behind this has moved...
Darn! Guess this is...
Make no mistake. The purpose... I smelled something peculiar. Those newcomers probably thought they'd be safe as long as they burned the letters. But what they failed...
Really? Pilot can't smell anything.
There is a certain place with a freeze... Some wealthy people there put floral... When that fragrant ink is burned, this is the exact odor that it leaves exactly. The evidence will soon... But it's all I need. Now...
Lady Yelan! Oh, thank goodness I finally found you. I thought I'd never see you again.
Don't be alarmed. This is Upei. He's Wenyuan and Shang. I sent him to look into Jur-E's regular contacts. Since Jur-E likes fishing, Upei thought he might... I left him a note at Yenshang Tea House telling him... So, what did you find out at sea?
Forgive my incompetence. I asked all the fishermen multiple times, but none of... When I got back, I heard that you'd gone to...
Well...
What? No, that's not possible. It's absolutely not possible. Lady Yelan.
Interesting. Then I wonder...
Fish soup?
Nothing. Our priority right now is to find a way... Well, any suggestions? Not a bad idea. Upei, what do you think?
Honestly, I've already tried following Jur-E, but the guy's too cautious.
Okay, so tailing's out.
No, we'll still need to tail him.
Groundwork?
When you've worked in intelligence for a long time, you'll have... Tomorrow morning I'll announce his... Be sure to arrive on time. It looks like we're all here. Well then, I won't drone on about the importance of the Tianshu role.
All of us here know the score. Don't beat around.
Qianwei has many Mingbo is reliable, but not quite. In contrast, Jur-E is evenly balanced after much consideration.
What?
Thank you. Honestly, I'm a little surprised to hear my name being announced. In my estimation, all three of us are worthy candidates for the Tianshu position. Would either of you entertain the possibility of...
I'll have to see.
I don't mind, as long as I can...
Okay, well, that's all from me. Jur-E?
I will live up to the Tianshu name. I should go. I need to pack my things, and then I think a celebration...
Count me out. I'm not in the mood for a celebration.
Jur-E seems pretty relaxed now. This would be...
Hey, Traveler, tell me something. What exactly does that guy have? If you can't answer that, I'm not accepting this result.
Oh no, if we get stuck...
Follow him.
Yes, ma'am.
We finally...
Lady Yelan, Jur-E has gone...
Follow him, quickly.
So Jur-E really Fatui? But...
Difficult to say, but everything should become a lot clearer when we find him.
I'm sorry, Lady. He's too good at this. We weren't able to keep
How the heck did he man? I guess Jerry didn't let us...
No, Upe says he's much more relaxed than usual.
What?
Don't blame yourselves. Let's not forget he was trained by Uncle Tian himself. If I'd asked you to tail Uncle Tian...
Shinue kiosk. A few moments later, I figured that if we spooked him, it would... So I stopped Upe, and I stayed here to...
Good work. The fish didn't take the bait, but that's okay. Let's go to Shinue Kiosk.
Could you explain to me how that works? A guy like him comes in.
Our customers are free to dress however they please.
Okay, fair enough, but...
Well, maybe I did, but it still doesn't...
Enough. Let's tone this down a little. I'll make this quick. Just one question.
Oh, he didn't buy anything.
A bottle of liquor?
Yes, a very strong kind. This gentleman ordered it in person from us.
Liquor? And
Where to?
Shigu Antiques. Hey, Miss Lin Long. Sorry to... We're friends of his. He's...
Sure. Which model?
We don't really know a whole lot about...
Jerry picked up his set not long ago. Just so you're aware, we don't have...
Don't worry. Price shouldn't be an issue.
For this set, the wine glasses are sold...
Okay. Thanks.
Well, don't take too long. We could sell out any day now.
This is turning into a real headache.
I'd just like to point out that we have the self-professed Grand Master of Fieldwork here to thank for being wholly incapable.
It's not like you did any better.
My specialty is information trading, okay?
Yelan, so is the... Oh, if we can't figure out where Jerry went...
If so, it's no ordinary.
What do you mean?
First of all, Jerry isn't much of a drinker. On some level, he hates... If he was just looking to celebrate by himself, he wouldn't spend his meager savings on... No. This is whoever this person is clearly enjoys hard liquor and has a very... Now, where might we find Fatui?
Fatui official.
Have both locations.
Lady Yelan, is it time for us to make our...
Get with the program, would you? This is a covert surveillance, in which case...
Great idea!
But Lady Yelan, if we get caught...
I'm well aware. But don't you see? Stick to your orders. And make sure...
Yes, ma'am.
Don't worry, Lady Yelan. Jury...
I'll be waiting for you at the... If I'm guessing correctly, Fatui officials are likely to... Perfect timing. Wenyuan just sent word that the Fatui ambassador...
Qingshu Pool?
It looks like that's where they've arranged to meet. Qingshu Pool is always crawling with...
Oh no, we gotta go...
Let's go. If my hunch is correct... This is Qingshu Pool, full of ruins, crawling with monsters. Anyone with any sense steers well clear of this place. I've looked into the place before. There's a worker's entrance somewhere around here. Follow me. There's been some work done on this place in the workers left an emergency app still. Be ready to
Don't worry, we're all... By the way, Yelan?
They have other things to take care.
No, my sword!
Come into being!
Ring cutting!
As I expected, but this shouldn't be too much trouble. Take it easy.
I see that? That's gotta be the Fatui ambassador here. That must be the emergency access.
This is the construction workers' emergency access route, but it's closed tight. Trying to break through would be risky. Let's see if we can find another way.
Stabilize!
Busted!
Burst forth!
Rain outlines your fate!
Witness my great undertaking!
Gotcha!
The water's gone down. Hey!
Take it easy.
Come into being!
Gather! Crumble!
Quietly now. Here comes the catch. Take it easy. water's flowed into the groove, and now the statues have lit up. Okay, now we should be able to move the statues. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Let's go!
We should be nearly at the bottom now. Let's wrap this up.
Stabilize! Burst forth!
Let me weave you a burst.
Time to go!
I can tell from the aroma that this is very... Come on, bottoms up. You'll get there.
I'll do my...
You're more of a lightweight than I thought. Already I thought you were made of sterner stuff. You certainly kept it together when you were Come on, another round.
Sure. You didn't leave me much of a choice though, did you? Just the mention of poisoning. I'm more timid than you realize.
Look, I know it has not been easy for you, my friend, but I have to say, you really are quite a genius at... I mean, the poison we brought from Snezhnaya is as strong as this wine, but you found a way to turn it into an imperceptible, slow-acting poison and came up with the idea of delivering it through... What was it you said? Oh, yeah. You said the soup's fishy flavor neutralizes the pungency of the poison, and this...
It struck me one day when I was fishing. I'm lucky it did.
You have performed excellently. The Fatui will continue to... Aside from Qingshu Pool, we all...
Don't worry. Whatever task...
Did you hear that? It was poison! That's why Uncle... What a nasty guy! Seize him!
Hold on. Did you bring a camera? If not, you can use mine. This is quite a scene. We have to capture it for posterity.
Excellent liquor. We've, seen no progress on the diplomatic front, and but soon, everything will be taken care of. I remember when I first saw you. I knew right away that you would make a good partner for us. Hey.
How could I forget? The only way is for you to shine bright.
Yes, under normals. Just look at your two competitors. Chen Wei had wealth. Ming Bo had reputation. But you had nothing. You were just another nobody. And that's why I decided to help you. You know, there's an old saying in the Fatui. Give a starving dog a bone, and it'll guard your home for the rest of its life.
Yes. I cannot thank you enough for your
you know, the best thing about you is that you... heck, when you're not in the company of the Fatui, you'll be able to...
Uncle Gao said that Zhi has low self-esteem. He was worried that whatever advantage he might have now will diminish. Do you have any more film in the camera? Then get ready to use it. Tonight's grand finale. How well this goes for us depends on how...
Ooh, is there any more alcohol? Go on. Fill me up. I'm in a good mood today, and I'm gonna drink my fill. Make sure...
There's only a little left. Here, I'll fill your glass. If you like it, I can bring you...
Whoa, this is the good stuff. Huh? What the... Zhi, you poisoned my wine? But when?
You seem surprised, Mr. Yusupov.
How could you?
How could I not? I've sacrificed years of my life studying and reflecting to prepare myself. You really think I'd put myself through all that just to become your little puppet?
You imbecile. It's the Fatui who got you to where you are. Do you understand?
Do you see the haystack in the corner? Underneath it is a pile of explosives. And next door in the dark room are the... I'm gonna stay here till I see you slip into unconsciousness. Then I'm gonna set this on fire. Once the flames burn through the hay, they'll ignite the explosives.
What do you hope to?
I took the liberty of leaving some evidence of your contact with the undercover agents at the Black Cliff Forge. It won't take long for people to join the Fatui planted undercover agents in the Black Cliff Forge to steal their signature ruin-grade explosives. Their plan was... but things didn't quite go to plan. Mistakes were made that led to the accidental deaths. Faced with the overwhelming evidence, the embassy won't It explains why you acted alone, while exonerating the rest of the embassy of any... Of course, none of that will have anything to do with me.
Zhi, do you really think you're gonna get a... After I die, they'll come looking, and...
A record? Oh, you must...
How?
Because when you contacted me, I also made contact with your associates. I have Theophan. He'll help me tie up all the loose... He has been eyeing your position...
That traitor!
Shh. Relax. It's over. After tonight, everyone gets what they want. Sweet dreams, Mr. Yusupov.
I did a little surveying on the way here and found that you'd left yourself 3 escape routes in case things went south. I have them all surrounded. If you're thinking of trying anything, we were here the whole time and have pictures of everything.
The game's up? Forgive me, I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, Miss Yelan. I happened to discover a Fatui operation here, so I approached them on the pretext of joining forces and—
This is how you want to play it, huh? Fine. You do you. All we need to do to convict you is establish that the poison in his system is the same. Nothing else you wanted to add? Let's leave it there then. Time to go.
One wrong move and it all comes crashing down. You followed him here, didn't you? I was so focused on keeping myself out of— Let's talk about this, Yelan. I gave you my word that I would live up to the Tianshu name.
Your point being?
When I take office, I can guarantee that I will act in your best interests. In fact, I don't deny that I used underhanded methods to get here. But given my lowly
You still don't get it, do you? Even— What do you think? Exactly. Jur-E, clever people can always come up with a good excuse. But while you might be able to get there's nothing wrong with wanting to win other people's respect. But when has Uncle— He was like a teacher and a father to you, but you chose to repay that by poisoning him. Whatever positive goal you may have started out with.
That's enough.
Of course. What makes this even crueler is that you managed to convince yourself there was no other way. Uncle Tien, out of everyone in the world, he is the one who trusts you the most. So much that he drank your fish soup.
That's enough!
Life is like fishing. It cannot be rushed. Whatever you do, impatience will accomplish nothing. I was just like you once, desperate to prove myself. Only later did I realize things do not always turn out the way you plan. But you have to keep calm to carry on. You're still young. Be patient, believe in yourself, and don't look outside yourself to prove your value. Where's Jur-E these days? It's been a long time since he last paid me a visit.
Maybe he's just busy.
Well, next time, if he doesn't bring a pot of piping hot fish soup, don't let him in.
Whatever you were thinking about, you'll have plenty of time to mull it over in prison. Oh, I almost forgot. If the Fatui find out what happened today, prison might not turn out to be the safest place for you. Trying to have friends on both sides, it has a way of turning everyone against you. But right now, I have an opportunity for you.
Huh?
Sorry, things are about to get extremely busy for me. Let's meet at Yenshang Tea House tomorrow. I'll have someone remove the explosives. Then...
Need our help with that?
No, it could be dangerous. You should leave this one to the... Don't worry, as long as there... Get some rest. See...
Huh?
right!
There is now no poison left in his system, but recovery from the damage already done will not happen overnight.
Dr. Baishu, is my father going to be...
You needn't worry too much. Keep taking the prescribed medicine every day, and a full recovery will take at most 2 to 3 years. It's good we caught it in time. A few days...
How did they successfully secure such a seldom seen poison? It seems the Fatui are extremely resourceful. Unfortunately for them, they were up against...
Uncle Tian will be heading off now. Remember...
Don't worry, I will. Thank you very much. You're here too? Thank you for all you've done to resolve this situation. Yes, the exhaustion seems to have gone.
Luckily, it looks like choosing the Tianshu's successor is suddenly not such a pressing...
Hey, Yelan!
My work is mostly wrapped up, so I thought I'd take a minute to check it. The assessment process comes to an end here, Uncle Tian. In my opinion...
You have my gratitude. People can change their...
Is it just Paimon, or is Uncle Tian...
Don't underestimate Uncle Tian. He wouldn't have... Normally, the Yuehai Pavilion would be responsible for assessing the candidate.
Yes, to be quite honest, when I first met Yuri, I concluded that he had. In the end, even he changed. I never had any plans to recommend him to... I had no reputation to speak of when I first became Tianshu. I relied on Ganyu's assistance for all matters.
I have to admit, he's a smart... The intel suggests that the Fatui saw him as very low risk, but Jur-E was still extremely careful with the poisoning. He chose that specific liquor from Shunyue Kiosk because the fiery flavor would mask the bitterness of the poison, and he chose to wait until the Fatui official was... He also installed a secret compartment in the wine pot he bought to hold the poison. As the amount of liquor went down, he'd shake the pot to release the poison from... Afterwards, we also found he had an antidote on him. Had the Fatui official grown suspicious, Jur-E would have drunk the poisoned wine.
But that's still really dangerous.
Yes. Had he drunk the poisonous wine, he still would have faced serious health consequences despite...
How is Yuri now?
Well, I mean, he is sitting in a jail cell. Like Yanfei says, everyone who breaks the law has to pay the price. Still, he's cooperating. He didn't turn down my offer to strike a deal. I'll make sure there are plenty of guards around to keep him safe from anything the Fatui might be planning.
A deal? Does this have to do with what you said to him when you arrested him?
Yes, Jur-E's not the one I'm interested in. If he was as far as this went, I'd have handed the case off to my subordinates. But once the Fatui became involved, things got a whole lot...
Well, did you?
Almost. Unfortunately...
Uncle Tian? Yelan? What are you talking about? Paimon doesn't understand.
Jur-E colluded with the Fatui to try and secure the position of with Yusupov in our hands, and also we'd be able to gain control of pawns like this can be major assets. They open up all sorts of new options. Why else did you think?
So, okay, well...
We got halfway. The first part went off without a hit, but when we tried to make contact with Theo...
The Fatui must be spot.
I found out from other sources that the Harbinger Regrator got involved. The Fatui's main forces aren't concentrated. It's a pity that Theophan got...
I have to ask, Yelan. Do you have any? I remember you showed some interest a few days ago at Yenshang Tia.
Oh, that. I was obvious. I prefer my current life. There's danger and there's excitement, although it'd still be a behind-the-scenes role. As Tianshu. All right, I'm done here. Time for me to go.
Where are you off to this time?
As you might have guessed. But I'm sure if you keep going as you are, maybe I'll see you the next time danger beckons. Until then, keep your wits about you. If you have any more questions, just ask Uncle.